Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to lecture series 5. Yes, lecture series 5. So there'll be 3 topics in the lecture series. There'll be one title, so there'll also be 3 topics. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Nabiyil Kareem, amma ba'd. We begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sustainer, creator of the heavens and the earth, the one you and I come from, the one we will return to. He has no partner, needs no one. We need him more. His last messenger is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My dear respected brothers and sisters and elders and youngsters in Islam and at large who are watching this lecture series. Today, I want to first and foremost, I want to apologize for not uploading, but apologies. But today we're going to talk about 3 topics. And we're going to touch on topics that are kind of like a thing that is going on in our society, things that are happening in front of us, and how do we deal with them, and how do we overcome those issues and problems and things. So we're going to go on and talk. Topic number 1, how to defeat your nafs. Topic number 2 we're going to touch on, inshallah, is to get. Topic number 2 will be our I had a topic in mind, but I want to switch it up a little bit because I think it's very more needed now to talk about that different topic, not the topic I had in my mind. So first was how to overcome your nafs. Okay, how to overcome your nafs. That's the first topic. Second topic we're going to talk about is how to benefit and how to react. How to react, basically, was what I say. How to react to the test that Allah's putting us through. And it's going to be a little different than the one I've done in the past. And the third topic I will get into as we go along in the lecture series. So how do you get over your nafs and how do you control yourself? And how do you do that is because during the daily days before Ramadan comes in the picture, Shaitan works on us. Shaitan works on us in such a way where we are mesmerized. He paints a picture in our mind that what you're doing is not right. Do what I am saying. He will tell you to do something. But you will have to choose to not do or to do. And then what will happen is it will work. Shaitan will work on your nafs to where you are in a habit of doing bad things. You're in the habit of doing bad. You're in the habit of doing bad. You're in the habit of doing wrong. And then you get into that habit. So when the month of Ramadan comes around the corner, you do not feel like you're doing anything bad because you are such you're so used to doing bad. You will just do bad and then you will blame Shaitan because Shaitan is chained up, locked up, and our nafs is corrupted. And it's going to stay corrupted if we don't fix it. In the month of Ramadan, we got to improve ourselves. We got to make ourselves better. And we got to bring qualities into our life that will benefit us and benefit our people around us and family around us, right? Take away all the bad things that you have done. Something that's bad that Allah does not like, take that out of your life. Change yourself for betterment for society at large. So we got to understand, my dear respected brothers and sisters and elders in Islam, how do you, and people at large who are watching, right? How do we do that nafs? Our heart can be either good or it can be corrupted. Shaitan works on us. For those of you wondering, well, what is Shaitan? No, it's not. For you guys, general people or the people at large who are watching, no, there's a way, or there's something that you do that's wrong. You do not see it because someone painting a picture for you. It's so beautiful to do all this wrong. You won't notice it. This is what will happen. Someone will tell you, go ahead and do wrong. It's fine. He will paint the picture so beautiful that you will question yourself. Am I doing this thing? If I'm not doing it, I'm doing wrong to myself. I'm doing injustice to myself and my family and my people around me. Now I got to do the wrong. And you will do the wrong thinking you're doing right, but you're harming yourself and you're bringing down the community and people around you. And then what are you going to tell God? On the day Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask, why have you done such a thing? Shaitan will not Shaitan will tell you, or tell you and then tell Allah, oh Allah, I have told this person to do this thing. I did not force him, I did not grab his hand and make him or her or this fulana do this. They're done on their own choice. Meaning we decide if we want to do this. We have to control our nafs. We have to change ourselves. Because Ramadan is just going like this. And when you blink, you will not realize how fast Ramadan has gone and what have you have done and how have you benefited from the month of Ramadan and how have you bring the change to yourself. Reality is, my dear respected brothers and sisters and elders, right? And Islam and at large who are watching, our maqsad, our meaning of life is not to accumulate wealth. It's not to gain the pleasure of the people. It's not the wealth, the gain of pleasure of the people. And it is not to have to do anything with, gaining status. It will not matter how big of a car you have, how big of a house you have, how big of a level of respect you have. You will not matter if you don't have respect in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the eyes of God. And then during Ramadan, we should be humbling ourselves, but we don't. When we do these nice acts, we do it because we want something in return. We want to be recognized. We want the stage. We want all this. But this is killing us. It's tearing us apart and giving us far away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and God. Why? When you die, you will not want people to say something bad about you. You do not want people to be silent and quiet. You want someone who can say something good about you. And leave a legacy behind for those who can follow your footsteps and benefit from it and do good acts, right? The car and the wealth and the accumulating wealth and getting a big car, big house, it would not matter. Because when you go in your qabr, you're not going to go with your house, you're not going to go with your car, you're not going to go with the accumulated wealth that you have. It won't matter for what you have in this dunya. Only will be your good deeds on your right and your bad deeds on your left. And if it's something you do not do good, hang the writing down. God has blessed us, given us so much. But God is asking us to do our best, to try our best, to change ourselves for betterment, for the higher level. Let's not think about why we shouldn't be doing this. But if God wants us to do something, we shouldn't question God and we shouldn't question Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, nafs is something that can be corrupted, but it's a way to clean. Your car is a filthy car. For those of you, I don't know if you have bugs, but if bugs come and hit your car is so filthy, you can't see where you're going. And you're almost about to be like, I say you're kind of blinding yourself. So when your heart is black, you're basically blinding yourself because your heart is connected to your mind. If your heart is connected to your mind, in the sense where your heart is corrupted, your thought process will be corrupted. So the way you will think is that this fine, what I'm doing is great. I shouldn't go beyond doing good. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. You doubt yourself. And when you doubt yourself, you do not realize that you're harming yourself and you're bringing people down along with you with your attitude. The attitude of that positivity that's not there, that should be in your life. Now we're gonna move on. I probably mentioned to our beginning, so how to overcome the test. So I've done multiple videos on this topic, but I think I want to dive more deeper than what I just said. Well, our test, our end goal is to please God, please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But no, our end goal isn't that. Unfortunately, my dear respected brothers and sisters and elders and youngsters in Islam and those who are at large are watching this, our main goal is how do we please the world? How do we please someone for betterment, We want to please someone. So when you want to please someone, you will do things that were not right. And when you do things that are not right, you're harming yourself. And it still goes back to your nerves. Still go back to your thought process. Still go back to how do you see the dunya has. You and I don't know when we're going to die. Death will come upon us, all of us, right? And I'm not want to talk about death. But I do want to go deeper into how do we overcome the issues in the test. Imagine like this. You have a car. You love the car because you worked so hard for it. Someone comes out of nowhere, hits your car. Your emotions will fly like left and right, and you will get angry, you will get upset. That is the test Allah wants to see. How do you respond to a little test like that? Your anger can drive you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and your anger can drive away from God, and you will never notice that you're getting angry because you are so in the habit of doing to be angry. It's normal for you to go ahead and go off on someone. And when you do that, you're also hurting your health, because your health is being affected just as much as you get angry. That's how much you're hurting yourself. Understand, health is probably very important for us. We are very healthy. We are able to do so much positive work. This is the level we should be on for positivity, but this is where we are. Right, my hand is right here. My hand is right here. We're right here. You can't even see my hand much. That's how bad it is. We're living in a society where we think when we're going through a test, we're the only people in the world going through a test. We're the only people who are suffering. We're the only people who are going through a lot of afflictions and things. But if you look at the people overseas, they're suffering every day of their life. It's not just 1 day, 2 days. Every day of their life is a test. They don't know if they're going to be alive the next morning. They don't even know where they're going to get food on the table. We waste food. We throw food away. We don't even say alhamdulillah to what Allah has blessed us, but we ourselves have to wake up. We ourselves have to take the blindfold off. We ourselves have to commit that we're going to do the right things. We're going to wake up. We're going to understand what is the test that God is putting through us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting through us. Understand the magnitude of what I'm talking about. Our test is very emotional for us. We get angry, we get mad, we get sad, we get very offensive, because why God is putting me through this? I have done such a great act. I've done this, I've done that for my children, my wife. Because no, that was something God told you to do. Take care of your wife, take care of your kids. And understand this, when you nurture your kids in the right way, they will grow up to be a good citizen. Meaning, if you let your kids drive on autopilot, they will go ahead and get into things where they will harm themselves and harm their future. Understand what I'm saying, my dear respected brothers and sisters and elders and youngsters in Islam, and people at large watching this. Our big test is our family. Understand, when you're going to go home, you're sitting and you say, I'm tired, I need to take a rest. You be like, no, I'm going home, I'm going to spend time with my children, understand their issues, and I'm going to talk to them as a friend. Now I'm going to talk to them. So we have to understand, God has prescribed, God has made us accountable for our children. Meaning, if our children screw their lives up, not knowing what they're gonna why they're screwing their life up, you are responsible, you and your spouse. I've said this so many times, and I think our mind is blocked off. We don't want to hear this. We want to hear what is good for us. Not what God thinks is good for us, what Allah thinks is good for us. This is where God is, and this is where we are. You can't see my hand. The level that you have to be close to God, you have to understand the things that are going on around you, and you have to understand the magnitude of the level of things that are going on. My dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, let's wake up. Let's not wait until something bad happens and then we realize that we're screwing around with our lives. We're screwing around with our loved ones. We're screwing around with the community. The people that we're pleasing is not going to help us in this dunya. It's not going to even help us in the akhirat. It's going to just kill us and kill our iman and our relationship with Allah. Don't ever think that you're the best. Don't ever think you're going to get somewhere because of someone giving you blessings and reward. The word reward comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah wants to give that reward to you, He will give it to you. No matter how many good deeds you will do, your reward will not count if you're associating something that is not supposed to be associated with that act of kindness. The act of kindness is not so that you show off, not so that you just do it just because you You're pleasuring yourself. You're putting yourself through that because if I do this, God will just forgive me. God will not forgive you like that. God is pretty forgiving. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forgiven. He's forgiven people in the month of Ramadan. But it's our duty as Muslims and as the people abroad, different religions, to understand God wants us to work on ourselves. Because we are representing, we are role models for our children, for our wife. I'll give you an example and I'll move on to the third topic and I will end off with that. So the topic, the example is Aisha. Aisha and Ali. Now, Aisha and Ali are married for a long time. But Aisha is trying to fix herself, but Ali doesn't care about himself. He will destroy himself for the dunya pleasurement, allowing to insert into his kids that the dunya is more important than the akhirat, and the dunya is more important than the qabr, meaning the grave, and we need to do a lot more efforts here to leave the dunya. What if I were to die right now? What if this brother here, Ali, will die and his wife, Aisha, and the children we left with what? The last thing he did was running around after his dunya, accumulating wealth, accumulating things, and his nafs was corrupted. Astaghfirullah. Our lives would just be going like this. We're on autopilot. A lot of us have energy and time to waste, but don't have time for the deen. And don't want to be associated with the deen because it's driving them away from things that they really want to do. Like having girlfriend, boyfriend, like going out to a restaurant and not worrying about, we should not be eating the chicken and beef. These kind of small little things that Allah has forbidden us from eating and forbidden us from doing, but we will still feel the urge of doing it anyways because we think we are the best of the best, but we're nothing. In the eyes of Allah, we're just nothing to them. Like dear respected brothers and sisters and elderly youngsters in Islam, ask me. I've lost my brother and I don't want to get into the dead, whole make it sad. But my brother did not know he would die. Okay? Allah had written something for him. God has written something for him. But understand, if a 7-year-old like that can pass away, who are we? We are nobody in front of God and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our life is going like this and time will never go reverse. When the time is up, when you go on the qabr, when you go on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will ask you these questions. You will beg Him. You will beg God to put you back in this dunya so you can repair the damages that you have caused. But it won't matter at the time because it won't be any good for you. So, I want to move on to the third topic. The third topic will probably be a little shorter. The third topic I will bounce a little bit because I wanted to bring in two things into that factor, right? We want to talk about youth specifically, and I think it's kind of more needed now because with the society that we're living in, with the issue that we have in our society, right? We have to understand the level of the things that are going on. It's common to see our children swiftly drifting away from us. By the age of 16, by the age of 15, 16 and then above, they don't want to be at home. They'd rather be at their friend's house. They'd rather be at their colleague's house with the teachers. Or they'd rather be with a group of people who are driving them away from you. And is that because we don't relate to our youth? We can't relate to our children. I'll tell you this much. My mom, my ummi, my dad, my abu, they do not talk to us in a way where we think that is just not connecting. They talk to us as if they are my friends. So the way I talk to my friends, the way I talk to my friends or my brother and my sister, right? That's the way they talk to us. We don't feel weird. And they connect to us. And that's why we are able to stay on the Sirat al-Mustaqim, the straight path. But unfortunately, our youngsters are not able to connect with their families, connect with their dad, mom. Or it's the other way where the mothers and the father are doing something bad and the children don't want to be indulging in the wrongdoing, but the mother and fathers have so much pride that they don't want that pride to go away in the community, so they make the kids do wrong. They force the kids to go into a path where they shouldn't be in, and they harm them and they beat them to where they surrender to doing something wrong. And when they grow up, they're so screwed up, they really don't know what's right and wrong. And their kids come out to be screwed up too because their mindset is like that. And when their mindset is like that they get married, the wife really drifts into doing wrong too. Because when you are sending it to a garbage, no matter if you don't jump in the garbage, no matter garbage get on you, that scent, the khushbu will get on all over you, right? When you're sending next to a perfume shop, or when you're in a perfume shop, you walk out without having anything on you, you will feel like you'll feel so good. You smell good, right? And garbage is what we're rolling in right now. Filth is gonna drive us away from God, drive away, and when our lives are gone, people are gonna weep and cry for 1 week or for a couple of days, and then they will never even remember you. Don't allow the Ramadan to go by without doing some good act of kindness. Don't go letting Ramadan go by without changing yourself. Understand, I don't change yourself because I'm telling you, or because any ulama or any speaker or any motivational speaker or any person who's speaking up and putting videos, right? Do it because you are looking in your eyes of your children that my children's future relies on my actions. Me and my wife, me and my husband. If my husband is abusive and hitting me all the time, my children are gonna watch this and my children are gonna be disturbed. If myself, my husband is good, but I am so bad, I'm walking around half naked in the house, I'm disturbing the children. My daughter will grow up to be doing the same exact thing. Imagine a full of women walking around who are naked, half naked. Imagine how disturbing that image is. That watching men go crazy over women when they shouldn't be going crazy over them, or should they lower their gaze because that's someone's sister, that's someone's mother, that's someone's grandma. That's not a play toy for you and anybody else to go crazy over women. Imagine if your wife, your mother, your sister was like that, walking around when people were drooling and making bad comments. You will get frustrated, you'll get very mad, you'll get angry, you want to rage on them. And that's why we have to make sure our wives are happy, to make sure that our wives are doing right, because maon ke pyar ke neeche jannat hai. I said that before, right? Our children's lives rely on you. Please keep that in mind. I apologize if I said something wrong. That's from my shortcomings. If I said something good, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair. My name is Ali Sayyed for watching the lecture video. Keep tuning in, subscribe on the bottom so you don't miss the lecture video. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.